guys, I'm going to show you something I struggle with. I know a lot of producers slash engineers slash songwriters struggle with, and that's how much is too much and dialing it back and not overdoing it. It's easy to get carried away. Hey, let's add another instrument. Hey, let's add another part. Hey, let's add another chorus. So I've gone a little bit overboard here, which I'll show you on a close-up. But this thing really doesn't have a lot of dynamics. It's balls to the wall from the first one. It runs through double verses, and then it hits a chorus and a turnaround, another verse, a chorus and a turnaround. Let's see. So it's two verses, a chorus and a turnaround. Verse 3, another chorus and a turnaround. Another chorus and a long turnaround, which is used to bring down the dynamics. And then a final chorus, and then an ending fade out turnaround type deal. And it's just balls to the wall the whole way. So what I'm going to do is, and I'll show you here. As you can see, it's just balls to the wall, front to back. And it ended up at, 4.5 minutes, which is too long. Piano tracks, electric guitar track the whole way, lead guitar parts, far too many choruses and turnarounds, and I ended up not liking the double verse because by the time you get to the second verse, it's boring and repetitive. So the beauty of digital recording is I'm going to delete verse 2 and slide everything over. I'm going to get rid of the guitars, maybe even the drums, and let it be piano only for verse 1, and then the full instrumentation kicks in. Well, at least the rhythmic part, drums and rhythm guitar. So that way, when you hit the first chorus, everything's rolling. And then you have to have your dynamics again here. So I may go different drum pattern, verse, back off the rhythm guitar, bring the piano more out front, and then kicking it again hard for the second chorus. Now, it doesn't really need 2 more choruses with a turnaround. So what I may do is get rid of this chorus as well and slide everything over to here, so it's just chorus, long turnaround for a little dynamic breakdown, final chorus, out. I'll bring you along for the journey. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera here and then guide you along here. So as you can hear, it kicks off full bore straight from verse 1. 2 verses back to back. Not a lot of change dynamically. It gets boring. That's the little intro, which sounds a lot like the verses. So there's a verse, and then you come over here to verse 2. Slight changes, but still very repetitive. It doesn't really need both verses. Let's do a verse and kick right into the chorus. Okay, I've gotten rid of the rhythm guitar. I've scaled it back to the first chorus. I've scaled back the bass guitar to the first chorus. I still have my little kickoff drums, and then drums for the first verse, piano for the first verse. If I don't like that, I'm going to scale back the drums so that it's piano only and everything kicks off at the chorus. Let's hear how it sounds with just drums and piano. Oh, well, here's something for you, gang. I shouldn't have scaled back the bass because if the piano's going, the bass should be going. So I just added back the bass, just that easy. And let me just put in a little intro fade to these bad boys since I moved them. If you don't do that sometimes after you've been cutting, you can get a pop or some other weird noise. If you do a little slight fade in like that, it's much smoother. So here we go. We're going to see how it sounds. Little drum intro and piano bass. I actually like that. It's very clean. Then it's going to kick right into the chorus here with electric rhythm and lead guitar. And the piano backs off a little. So much better. A little selective editing. Now the intro's beautiful. I love that. One more trick. Now we've got all this space up front before the song starts. Let's get rid of this little piece here. Now, boys and girls, we're going to get rid of all of this empty space here that used to be a lot of crap. We're gonna click remove the contents of the times I've highlighted and move all the later items forward. Watch this. Boom. Now we have a standard 1 second, half-second gap before the song starts and the rest of our song. So I'm happy with the intro. I'm happy with paring down this verse. I'm happy with the chorus. I'm happy how it breaks down into this turnaround here to create some dynamics. Halftime drums. Back into the next verse. I like it. I think I'm going to leave the rhythm guitar there. Add some body. My next issue I'll stop it right there. That was verse 3, the verse playing was verse 3, now it's verse 2. So verse, chorus, turnaround, verse, another chorus, turnaround, chorus, long turnaround for some major dynamics, like I think I did 12 measures, final chorus, ending. Doesn't need both of these choruses and doesn't need that turnaround. So I'm either going to get rid of, let me think. I think I want to get rid of chorus 3 and turnaround. So it'll go from this verse straight into chorus, long dynamic turnaround, final chorus. So I want to get rid of both of these sections and then slide everything over. So we do the same thing again. We cut all the tracks with scissors. We cut all the tracks with scissors. We delete all these parts, create the empty space, and slide it all over, looking for any note overhangs or anything wacky that happens. Go in and put our crossfades and give it a listen. I'm not going to bore you with doing that with my shaky camera. So when we come back, these two sections will be gone and this will all be right there. We're taking out chorus and turnaround here. So we're just going to pop that over there and give it a listen. Back in a second. So creating dynamics and not going overboard, being tasteful, is just as important as writing the song and playing the parts. The arrangement, the production, the engineering is all equally as important as writing the music and or lyrics and or being the recording artist. You got to hold back. The silence is just as important as the noise. So you can't just have noise all the way through, or it's noise. So I'm going to tastefully insert silence and bring some dynamics into this thing. So, all right, I've gone in and highlighted this section so that we can delete the empty part. It will automatically snap this over. Then we'll give the transition a listen and see if there's any issues. So let's go remove contents and shift items. Boom. I'm going to blow it up a little so we can see what's going on, see as well as hear. And let's see how this transition sounds going from the verse to the chorus. Beautiful. Chorus, beautiful long turnaround, final chorus end. The dynamics we need. I'm happy with that turnaround. Little bass lead going on. Simple piano. And kick into the final chorus. Here we go. We'll jump on up here to the ending. And that's that. I'm going to spend a little time going in doing my crossfades where all of those scissor cuts were done so that they transition smooth, no potential for pops during rendering or mix down, mastering. And I think I'm going to work on the drums EQ a little bit. It's a little loud and poppy for a rock tune. I want to drop some of that high end. And I will put this up on YouTube. If you would, do me a favor. Give it a like if you like it, if this was helpful at all. This is Reaper. It's my new program. I'm a 20 years plus Pro Tools user, but I sold everything when I moved to Thailand. Came here with a suitcase and a backpack. Spent 2 years traveling around Thailand, north to south, and I've kind of chosen where I'm at now to put down some roots, so I've equipped this little home studio. And this is my 9th or 10th original just in the month of March. So the reason I wanted to share this is it really was a case of just not holding back, overindulgence, and too much. You have to edit yourself. I'm probably the worst at it. It's a hard lesson to learn, but if you're going to release stuff out there in the public, you have to give it your best, not just some half-ass attempt. And throwing that out there like I did last night, I was unhappy with it when I heard it this morning. I was like, what the hell are you doing, man? You got to edit yourself. So hopefully this is helpful to all you other musicians / engineers, mixers, especially singer-songwriter, doing your own recording, or even if you're paying someone to engineer your stuff in a studio. You still have to produce your stuff. Your opinion counts. You have to tell them too much. I don't want this here. I don't like that there. Ship this over here. Let's do without that part. Let's add this part. Let's add this instrument. Let's delete this instrument. Let's increase the tempo, decrease the tempo, whatever. It's on you. It's on you as the songwriter, and it's on you as the artist. And if you're the songwriter and artist, don't put up with any crap, man. And yet again, never too old to learn. Don't throw stuff out in the public that you're not going to be proud of. It didn't take a month or a year to not be proud of this one. Next morning, I was like, what the hell? So that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to refine this thing and throw it back out there. Hopefully you're watching this on YouTube. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you're into home studios, recording, songwriting, playing all your own instruments, producing, whatever. I'd like to hear from you. Leave me a comment, especially if you're in Thailand. Let's do something together. Keep punching. Just wanted to share this with you while we're at it. Got my mixing, rendering it down to a high quality WAV file, and then we will use that WAV file along with all the other WAV files for the project to master them at that point. So you can't remix at that point. Well, technically we can, because we have all the tracks here, but we don't want to be remixing. We want to get the mix right this time, so that we simply master, and that's just match everything. So rendering down to a WAV, we'll render down to an MP3 for listening pleasure to throw on our phone here to listen to while we're at the gym or walking or wherever. Like to listen to this stuff days apart, not just while you're still excited in the heat of the moment. Then better judgment comes into play. So I'll listen again tomorrow, and if I like it, I'll throw it up on YouTube for you guys, which is probably where you're seeing it. If not, I'll do something else. Just need to be happy with it. I've often said songs are never done. You can do any song in any genre. You can do a country song in jazz form. You can do a country song in orchestral form. You can do an orchestral song in rock pop form. A song is a song is a song. It's never done. But at some point, along with self-editing, is getting it where you like it and moving on. If you're a creative, there's more stuff to do. You've done your thing, move on. Years later, if you want to come back and do a new version, a new arrangement, a new genre with the tune, a remix or remaster, whatever, that's fine. But don't get hung up on one that's going to cost you weeks and months. Especially if you're in a creative stroke. Like this is my 9th song since March 7th or 9th, whenever I got everything fired up. So I'm in the groove. Get this in where I can live with it, which I think it's there now. I'll know when I listen to it again tomorrow, maybe next couple days, and move on. There's more stuff. There's more to write. So, yep, one more time. Keep punching, keep writing, keep playing, keep recording. Stay happy, stay creative, and thank you for checking this one out. If I bored you, I'm sorry. See ya.